going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. Before I start today's video, I'd like to appreciate all of you for all the support on the last one. I never would have expected it for a video like that. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about something new. It's a new series I'm starting called I Watched a Movie. And I did indeed watch a movie, and the movie was called Pearl. And overall impressions before we even get into the talking about the gore, the nudity, stuff like that. Fantastic movie, loved it. Probably loved it more than X, to be honest. It definitely was a vibe, I would say. I love the color palette, the cinematography, the score was fantastic. It's definitely like the Joker, but better than the Joker, in my opinion. I thought the Joker was too long and could have been shorter, but I feel like this one kind of put the Joker to rest. I feel like Mia Goth does a great performance in this movie, probably even better than X, to be honest. Like in X, it looked like she was kind of trying way too hard to have a country accent, but in this movie, she actually kind of does it really well. And this whole movie, you can't tell that that's Maxine still. You know that it's not anymore, so you know that it's Pearl the whole movie. The vibe of the whole movie was what the fuck, I'd say. Like, that's the description I'd give it. What the fuck happened? What the fuck just happened? That was wild. Stuff like that. It's a good movie though, I recommend everybody go see it. But watch X first, because throughout this movie you'll see things that you see in X that you're like, oh, that's that, or that's that, or oh, I saw that in X, or something like that, you know? It definitely feels like it's leading into X, definitely. I would say that this movie is better than X though, with the score and all that. Like I wasn't expecting the score to be that way, but it was, and it actually worked for me. Like I was just expecting like every once in a while to maybe get some sort of intense old school type beat score, but no, throughout the whole movie, you'll notice that it's definitely got that 1960s score to it going on, 19 whatever. It's got that going on the entire movie, and I say that kind of made the movie better. Along with the cinematography, kind of also felt like an old school movie, like Psycho or something. The movie, I would say that this made me want to watch was The Shining or Psycho. Those are the vibes I got from this movie. Even though it is its own thing, it is very different from those movies. It's just like the score reminds me of Psycho, but like Psycho obviously has a way different score. It's just this movie makes me want to watch Psycho because of the score. And then the cinematography, it's its own thing. It definitely feels like its own thing at least. But a lot of people, let's talk about the gore real fast. A lot of people said that it was a very gory movie. Definitely wasn't. There was a couple of kills that were pretty gory. The mother gets burnt on fire, and the sister-in-law gets like chopped up at the end. But I mean, and it was in very graphic detail. But I mean, it definitely didn't come anywhere near X, where the fucking dude with the girl who recorded all that shit just gets his throat gets completely decapitated, or when Pearl just literally loses her fucking head and there's only like a piece of her head left. That was pretty wild, I must say. But in Pearl though, the kills are much more condensed. Like the camera usually would just like show Pearl as she kills someone, and not showing someone getting stabbed in the face or something like that, which makes sense for the vibe they were going for, because back then people usually didn't have a lot of budget to actually show that type of stuff on there. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Um,
What are they called?
there's this one dude in the movie who also gets stabbed with a pitchfork multiple times, and that was probably the most intense scene I've ever seen.
Oh.
Literally, she starts freaking out on him because he's leaving to go to do work, and she freaks out on him and freaking stabs him a couple times with a pitchfork, and then later on in the movie he rolls him into the lake where the alligator eats him. But before she does that, she chopped up the sister-in-law and feeds her to the guy. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. But the horror was sort of minuscule. It definitely didn't feel like a completely horrific horror film. It was like there were shots in there, more like jump scares, really, I'd say, for this movie. It definitely didn't make it a bad movie, but it definitely was there in the movie. The jump scares and all that. The nudity and sex and stuff like that, not that bad. People are over exaggerating over that. Definitely had a couple of scenes. Of course, it's A24, they're gonna do it. One where the projectionist, the guy she murders with the pitchfork, is showing her old school porn, black and white porn and stuff like that, with no audio or anything. It's just like girls running around naked. See a couple of vaginas and that's about it. And then way before that, she dry humps a scarecrow, which was kind of weird, unfortunately. I don't know why she would fuck a scarecrow, but that's about it, guys. She fucks a scarecrow. Go watch it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
So that I may get far, far away from this place.
Well, caring for your family during these times is admirable. But you only get one take at this life.
If only they would just die.
Pardon?
Nothing. I want to be special, dancing up on the screen like the pretty girls in the pictures.
I will not let you leave this farm again.
I'm worried there may be something real wrong with me.
Rumor has it they only take one gal per town.
We're looking for someone with X Factor.
Has to be me.
How about a film nobody else has seen?
Is it legal?
Will be eventually.
I know what I've done. Bad things. Terrible, awful, murderous things. I want to be loved from as many people as possible. But truth is, I'm not really a good person.